be able to say.
Okay, I don't even know, I don't know if Bill knows this, maybe he does. I remember my agents calling about an audition for a new show called Sideshow, and I knew about it because Alice Ripley had told me great things about it, but to my knowledge it was all cast, and I got, it was right after Showboat actually closed in New York, and I was going through a divorce. It was really just a sad time, and I was kind of like chilling out, and I didn't want to go. I didn't feel like auditioning. I just didn't feel like it. And my agent said, you know, you should go to this. You have to, basically, you got to get on the horse. And I remember so well that I went to the audition, but it was my own private little rebellion that I didn't shower, I didn't shave.
That's not private. Go on.
I didn't shave. I had on a thrift store terry cloth $8 shirt that looked like and like ripped jeans. And the only good thing I got from the red shoes from the crew guys, they gave me a pair of red Converse sneakers. And I had my jeans on, my red shoe sneakers, this nasty terry cloth shirt. My hair was like messy, and I thought, good, you know what? I'm gonna go, and because I didn't get fixed up, they're gonna not cast me, and that'll show my agents for making me go to this fucking audition. And oh my god, I just cursed. Oh, please, I didn't know what to sing, and I pulled Out Here on My Own out of my like college file because I swear to God, yeah, and
Coco?
And Coco. That's a pretty girl. That's a pretty.
My favorite scene too.
Yeah.
Finger in your mouth.
And I remember Henry saying, "That's a perfect song for Buddy." Do you remember that? He said, "That's a great song for Buddy." And then they said, "Do you have anything else?" And then I remember Brad Garside was the pianist. I said, "Do you know Moonshine Lullaby?" They wanted some more. And I sang Moonshine Lullaby. That was my second song. And I thought, what a bad audition. And it just was one of those things where I think, I don't know the whole bit, but I think it just worked. I think the combination.
Apparently, you're on the cast album.
And, right? And then for my callback, what was so neat was Alice was rehearsing across the hall. And I was going away. The day after my callback, I was flying to Denver because there was an emergency situation with Showboat. They flew me out to play Ravenel for 6 weeks. So I knew that this was my only callback that I could have. So I told everybody that, and Alice was across the hall. And somebody ran over and got Alice and brought her in. And Alice and I sat at the piano and we sight read the New Year's Eve section, which Henry had just written, basically. We'll have rosy red days ahead, that whole thing. And Alice and I had done King David together, the workshop of that. So it just, again, it was like cosmic, and we had chemistry. And Al and I sang the harmony stuff from, and then Bobby Longbottom said, "No, you're leaving when? Tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah." He said, and he like danced me. He like said, "Follow me." Did some dance steps. So I had like all of my auditions like in one thing, and I went away, and while I was in Denver is when I found out that I was cast as Buddy. I really didn't know anything about the show other than Alice was in it, and I was so happy. The best news after that came while I was in Denver doing Showboat. My best friend Norm Lewis called my brother and said, "Guess what?" I'm like, he said, "What?" He said, "I'm going to be playing Jake." And I think I dropped the phone. I was like, okay, how could this job get any better? First of all, getting the job, and then having like my best friend getting,
oh, that's so sweet,
playing like rivals. And it was, from anyone you talk to, it was a love fest on every single level from the minute we started, in every single aspect. There was not, I can't think of one bad thing except that our publicity department didn't do their job. Other than that, it was the most perfect cast. We loved each other, and the material, Bobby Longbottom once said that he purposely cast, he said everybody that's in this show is a freak, and he meant that in the most we all knew what he meant. There was nobody out there performing. Everybody was willing to put their soul there, and I think that's why it was such an amazing experience. And Bill Russell and Henry Krieger, I mean, it just did not get any better with finer human beings as well as artists. And you know, Alice and Emily and Nora, I mean, they're friends that I will have for the rest of my life.